Since I'm such a massive Yu-Gi-Oh fan and have been since I was like a little baby, I always really wanted to play a Yu-Gi-Oh game on the channel. I always wanted to do that, right? Because I love Yu-Gi-Oh with all my heart. I love playing the game. I'm not like on tournament level, but I just love watching the show, playing the game. It's always been a big part of my life. Playing Inscryption on the channel has like scratched an itch that I didn't think would be able to be scratched in that way. I'm having so much fun playing a trading card game. And I'm not saying this is Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm saying that it gives me the feeling of like, I'm playing a trading card game on the channel and it's so fun. Obviously it's different rules and different ideas. Some rules are the same, but some rules are different. It's a very different game, like all in all. But there is still like such a joy being like, okay, like I'm playing a trading card game on the channel. You know what I mean? It's not Yu-Gi-Oh! But it's still an incredible game that I'm having such a good time with. It feels weird to have a game that like I just found out about really in the past while, but it weirdly scratches like a nostalgic itch. It's so cool. By the way, my name is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Inscryption. Look at this over here. What is this? Whoa. Is that blood? Oh, is this the guy who puts the two cards together? It is. You have found us here. This is good. This is good. They're like a mushroom. It's like a mushroom growing on the side of them. We require duplicates. Do you see the diagram 2 of that? Thank you. Oh, you have the cards? Yes, please. This is good. Close your eyes. This will be gruesome. Let's see what it does. Obviously, we know it makes them like more powerful, right? But thank you. Here is your prize. Wait, what is this? At the end of the owner's turn, Spore Digger will generate 1 bone. Also, at the end of the owner's turn, Spore Digger will generate 1 bone. Wait, so 2 bones? So we have 2. We now have the ability to get 2 bones out of Spore Digger. That's awesome. That's actually really useful. Do you see the diagram 2? 2 of that. Please. You have done well. Now hand the cards over. I don't even use this card, so I will definitely hand over 2 Field Mice cards to see what they do. Close your eyes. Would you like to see what we've done? Of course. Spore Mice. When Spore Mice is played, a copy of it is created in your hand. Also, when Spore is played, also it just like doubles the ability over. So if we play this, we get like a copy of both of them. Okay. That's actually pretty good, right? Does that mean if we play this guy, we get 2 Spore Mice? A copy? Will they be the same? We should try it out anyway, right? If they're the same sacrifice, like if they still take 2 blood, then obviously that won't be very useful, but that's pretty cool. What's the next one? We require for our experiments. I don't know if we have that. We require duplicates. See the diagram? So we need that one over there. What is this? Oh. So I love, this is actually a great setting, very crunchy. The blood is obviously very unnerving, but that's again what it's chopping maybe 2 cards together is. Living inside of a mushroom is very magical. Yeah, like I actually think that the Spore Digger putting it in our deck is not a bad idea. If I can see this now, that would be in the Skeleton section, right? So this is Drowned Soul. Oh yeah, we want to add this too, right? This is really cool. So actually, I think putting this in place maybe even of a summonable card, maybe somewhat. But the Mantis God was so cool. Maybe the Warren? Because I actually really like the idea of this card. Maybe the Banshee even. Maybe like maybe we take... Sorry, didn't mean to do that. My bad. So maybe if we... Did I add it to the deck? I did. But like I'm saying that the Warren, it'd be really good to just defeat enemies that we need to defeat. So, but I want to keep it to 20 as well right now. So maybe we'll take out the... the Tomb Robbers have been very useful. Let's take out 1 Banshee. You know? And then we also have... Oh, is this like left leg of Exodia type thing? Okay. There it is. At the end of the owner's turn, Spore Digger will generate 1 bone. Also at the end of the owner's turn. So I don't know if we'll use this right now, but if we want to create like a full-on bone deck, this would be a good idea. But then again, Because right now we don't really... We have the ability to get so many bones because of Ghost Ship as well that I don't know if we need it right now, but like we'll see at some point. Like, for example, if we got more bone cards, maybe we buy 3 more bone decks and maybe we could like... Oh, we could use it to like play these cards. But still, I feel like we're going pretty good with our deck right now, so I don't want to like, you know... I don't want to ruin a good thing yet. Let's see if we need to change. We have stuff we can change down the line as well. But it's pretty cool we got those cards too. The Field Mice though as well though, right? This one here, Spore Mice. When Spore Mice is played, a copy is created in your hand. Now, is the copy... Where's the other... Do we not have any more of these to check what the... Maybe not. Is there, like... Is a copy... I imagine a copy is, like, not as powerful, right? Because I do think this would be really useful to get, like, sacrifices then as well, right? We'll try it out. We'll try it out and see how it works out. This is the right time to try stuff out. So I guess we could take out the Warren, maybe? And put in... Yeah, because the Warren is cool. See, that's the problem as well. This is so much easier summon, right? Way easier summon. And it's a really easy way of getting 2 cards right away. That's the problem. But I want to try out the Spore Mice to see how useful it could be anyway. Let's go in and duel some more people, I guess. Now we're opening this door here as well. Yeah. We'll test it out. Like, even if we fail, we can fail. You know what I mean? It's not going to be... Oh. That's weird. That's a weird feeling. Is it a combat thing? The dummy stares lifelessly back at you, then suddenly it springs into motion. Oh, that is the dueler. So we have this already. Well, look at this. If a creature would attack Force Mage, it does not. It does not. Oh, it doesn't. We can't attack Force Mage. Okay, so first of all, I think it's probably a good idea to summon our Wolf Cub as soon as possible. We should have put... That's so silly already. See, we have to get better at this stuff. Like, putting the skeleton on the other side would have given us a better option here. You know what I mean? But now we're already in a bit of spot of bother, you know what I mean? We would have been able to do damage. At the very least. But it's okay. Like, if I put it here. A Ruby Mox in its place. Ruby Mox moves into space, pushing anything in its way. And then we have this boy here, which actually is pretty good. Pay 1. Like, this is such a good card. Like, look at this. And we can get our 2 bones back for this also. Am I selfish or wanting to summon this guy? But there's no point, right? Like, we haven't won. Yeah. Yeah. Like, as much as I want to do the cool cards that we have as well, we should always take a victory as well. Skeleton claps into the pile of bones. Our deck is really efficient now, but it could be an element that, like, those new cards maybe messed it up as well. The dummy hinges creaked back into position and returns to his lifeless state. So maybe that wasn't the actual duel itself. Oh, of course. We could get it randomly, but I don't know if I want to. You know what I mean? I kind of want to engage with the story. You find a card pack among the heaps of shard implements. More of these cards too. Okay. Can't be sacrificed. While Bleen's Mox is on the board, it provides a blue gem to its owner. Also, white Bleen's Mox is on top of the board, provides a green gem to its owner. Okay. These are interesting cards. They really are. What's this over here? Just a quick way of getting down here. So we need to find something like that again. Is it to do with this guy's arm? Wait. There's something to do with this then, right? I'm again, like... Maybe I'm getting that wrong, but I feel like there's something there to do with that. There has to be. Maybe there's a hint in the battle itself. Possibly. There could be a hint in the battle itself. Oh, there, I see it now. Okay, okay. Second one is hand. We have to just defeat this card over here. We have to keep defeating this card. So second one is hand. But we did too much damage there. So it's okay, we gained some foils, so like, we know the second one is hand. You could farm some stuff here, right? The dummy's high creek back in position ensures his lifeless state. You could definitely farm some stuff here. Let's just see what it is. Okay, instead of guessing it, let's just see what it is. So the first one is it's skeleton hand and then something else there. I know it's skeleton hand and something else. I actually really like our deck, by the way. I really like our deck. So it's skeleton. Skeleton hand. See, no matter what, we're gonna win again. That's the problem. You know what I mean? We're gonna win again. Okay, if we're gonna win, by the way, if we're gonna win this, we in the end we just have to not summon our wolf. That's what we have to do here. Not summon the wolf. If we're gonna win, we might as well do a bit of extra damage, like a tiny bit of extra damage, right? To potentially get more foils. Okay. So we could probably guess what the last one is at this point, right? We definitely could, and I think we will, right? Because it's one of those things that's while it's nice to get the actual card itself, and that's the whole strategy, I think that also a strategy is also guessing the first two. You know? We did engage with it, we found out what the first two were. So it's hand second. Yeah, I think it's fair, right? Like, that's the whole thing. Yeah. We engaged with it. Oh my god, we engaged with the whole thing and we got this as well. Look at this. Who are you? Just imagine you are an ice cube slowly melting on a hot pan. Are you literally like a head on a spike? That is insane. What an insane visual. Oh, I was only talking to myself. The pain of being a head impaled on a spear is... well, it is worth it. Of course. What? Magnificent will award me with the highest honor. Oh, I don't know about that. Because then they turned one of them into a slime. Look at the visual here. They're just literally a spear stuck through their head. The slime believed that there was better tomorrow as well, just because like, oh, I'm a slime, but like, please, buddy, you gotta help me, because they want to be so badly awarded by Magnificus. And here again with this person, they have a head on a spike, showing that like they're willing to do so much for Magnificus. With this, oh, just to be a card in his deck, that's what it is? That's what you want to do? That's rough. To be a card in their deck. That is rough as heck. It's painting Magnificus as like less whimsical as we thought they would be, right? It's kind of demented. It's kind of demented. Let's do 4 damage right away to start. Like 4 damage starting off. It's pretty good, you know? Another skeleton. I think we have it. Oh no, because they're able to do their abilities as well. That makes sense. And our Mantis God is gone, which is fine. It's fine. Oh no, I think we have a 1. Right? Yeah. That card is so good to summon all these skeletons. No, I don't think we have a 1. We're close. No, we do. Yeah. I actually do like our deck. I like it a lot. Perhaps I will not be central to his strategy. I care not. He can use me as a chump blocker. I have mastered disappointment. I bet you have. Look at you. Take this pack. Thanks, but like, that is brutal, man. I've mastered disappointment. I have a pike through my freaking neck. I've mastered disappointment, she says. Jesus Christ. So we'll look at all these cards at some point as well if you want to start doing like maybe like a magic deck as well, but like, go. So what we've seen so far is a slime that is like, you know, begging to be like, to be just to pretend that that they won so they can be part of Magnificus's deck. Now we have this head on a pike accepting their suffering because they just want to like they want to be a part of like Magnificus's deck. Like the visual of someone's head on a spike and still like, you know, having this like embracing disappointment but having hope that they can join some higher power. It's so like, it paints a picture of Magnificus as someone who like demands way too much. That's an understatement. That's the understatement of the century. He demands brutality. The note reads, the top sigil is found by the greedy. The note is, the middle sigil is found by the pale. The bottom sigil is found by the hard of hearing. And those who hear too easily. So the first one is here, the greedy, right, the chest. So it's a rabbit card. So the first one is rabbit. If we have a rabbit. Yes, rabbit. The second one, what did it say? The middle is just found by the pale. Is it this over here? Oh. Skeleton. Is that pale or is that, what do you think is that pale? Or is that hard of hearing? Sorry, the last one is the bottom sigil is found by the hard of hearing. Well, okay. Or the ones who hear too easily. The hard of hearing, the ones who hear too easily. No. Oh! Oh! It's found with the hard of hearing, but ones who hear too easily. So we know one of them is skeleton, but we don't know if that's the bottom, because like, it says it's found by the pale. Would that be the pale, someone who's in darkness? I wonder. Because that we can guess it right now, by the way, and we can easily guess it. Right? We could easily guess it right now, but I kind of want to figure out what the last riddle means. Found by the hard of hearing. So someone who can't hear, or those who hear too easily. I thought maybe it was to do with sound. Because here's the thing, I could just put a skeleton here and then start guessing. Like, we could do that. But I kind of want to know what this last riddle means. Because the dark space, right? You could say it's pale because there's no, like, you can't see yourself, or, like, you know, there's, like, but then again, that would be just, like, maybe, like, but there's also, like, no music there, so that might be hard of hearing. You know? And then the one of hard... I think this could be hard of hearing. Because, like, right away when you go in here... Yeah, the music stops. But then again, it says it's also people who can hear also. Should we check downstairs? So this is how we get downstairs again. Wait. Oh, is that a different location? No, this is where we just this is the spike. Yeah, this is the spike. Cuz then when we go up here, oh. This is a different thing. No, this is the bottom stairs. Yeah. This is the start. Sorry. This is the start. I did that last time as well. So one that's hard of hearing. One is hard of hearing. What is that? Okay, guys, I'll just be real with you guys. I could look it up, but I think, like, again, maybe having you guys tell me what the answer was is not too bad. I can't really figure it out right now. But I do know that, like, I'm thinking that maybe pale could be the fact that, like, you know, like a pale skeleton or something like that as well. I don't know. Let's try this anyway. Let's try. So we're gonna do skeleton second, and then maybe like just do whatever for the last one. Or maybe we do skeleton for the last one. No. Is that not it then? So even, do we have to interact with it to make it work? Because we got the rabbit out of here. Oh, that's so meta. You reach back in for more and notice the sigil where the oh my god, that's so cool. That's so meta. Because we were greedy and we went back for more. That's so cool. It's an arrow? Is this Magnificus? Oh no, maybe not. Stimulation. My test has been sensory deprivation, you see. That is brutal. Look at their eyes. To unlock the full potential of my mind, you see. It's unlocked now. Hear me, Magnificence. I am ready. We have to battle, okay? He is not right in the head. He's not all there. This character. Not all there. Oh god, not a great hand, but actually a great hand at the same time too. What is that card? Look at that. Hold on. Hover Mage. What a cool artwork as well. Yeah, like again, they're going through this like crazy stuff to get like it feels like to get like this reward from Magnificus, but like they're torturing themselves. It's brutality here. Mantis God is really good. See, we do have a bit of a problem here because like we need to get a skeleton or so. Oh yeah, I guess we could use one of these guys to bring a skeleton to our hand. And do this here like that. And actually, I think it would be a good idea to summon the fish here, even though the Tomb Robber is one of the best cards in the game, but. He's gonna go for an attack on our Mantis. Oh! Sound emerges from the deep. We could summon our elk, but that, like, I think we might have it won. Lovely stuff. Okay. This guy is such a cool design as well. Just the eyes in the darkness. Just again, if it's sensory deprivation, it's like, you know, you're not hearing anything, you're not seeing anything. I believe like it's supposed to be relaxing for a bit in terms of like dreams, right? It's supposed to be able to give you like these relaxing dreams. It's the ultimate relaxation. But if you're in a sensory deprivation situation for like a long time, you're going crazy, right? You're going crazy. That was incredibly stimulating. Like he's just looking for stimulation, right? Anything to stimulate. Because again, in this place, there's nothing stimulating. We are done, right? I wish to see the light again, to sing, to dance. What? You wouldn't leave, would you? No way. Again, we see like the effects that Magnificus has had on these characters. Like, look at like what is happening here, begging to see the sunlight again. It's so brutal. Some cool cards there again as well. I actually really love our deck right now, so I'm not thinking of change. But yeah, it's brutal again. If I open the door, you'll stop by on the way back and let me out. Right? Oh, that's so dark. The fact that they're still thinking, oh my god, they'll let me out. They'll get me out of here. They will. Of course they will. That's so, oh my god. The way that, again, the way they set this whole thing up from the slime guy, which slime guy was funny a bit, but it's also like, oh my god, like what are they putting themselves through? All for Magnificus. Oh, and there's Magnificus as well. Oh my god, wait. The note reads, Dearest Grimora, I believe PO3's plot may go far past the extent of common power grab. Indeed, the Great Transcendence will have catastrophic and unpredictable results. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. The Great Transcendence. So they're talking about PO3's plan, and he says, my dearest Grimora as well. The note is incomplete. It ends abruptly. I've urged you to consider. So they know PO3 is planning something, which we've heard they were planning something, right? But he's trying to send a message to Grimora to do something. And Grimora also like was talking to us about reconsidering stuff as well, right?
Ah, you are here at last. How do my pupils fare? No matter. There are far more concerning issues at hand. Do you understand the canvas that you have been woven into? Nay, you are the brush, and the artist moves with a terrifying mastery.
Oh my god, my eye aches with a premonition. He said, do you even understand what's happening here? Maybe he's talking about this game. Do you understand why you're here?
The future is very, very grim. First, we must battle.
Okay, let's go. Oh my god, the paintbrush going across the screen as well. I love the designs in this game. I love, as I said, the personality that's always put so amazingly through all these battles with these bosses as well. But he says, yeah, you don't understand what you're dealing with here. And he says, I guess he knows there's a plan to do with PO3 as well.
Behold the brush of the scribe of magics. My pupils would die to be painted by it.
I'm very aware.
And live forever as cards.
I'm very aware. Wait, what's that under the speech bubble? What is that under the speech bubble? It's like a dancer? I'm well aware, by the way, his pupils would want that. They would put their head on a spike. The music here is beautiful.
But that is not the full extent of its powers.
Oh my god, look at this little dancer.
This one needs some bleach.
What? What?
Now for a bit of color.
What the hell? What did you do to my cards? Stop doing that to my cards. I need these. The music's beautiful here. Oh my god, what are you doing? All these sigils? Wait, so do they do anything different? When a skeleton is played, you draw the card equal to the amount of Mox cards on your side of the board. I don't have any Mox cards. Mox cards on your side. What? Is this a Mox card? Mox cards on the owner's side of the board game 1 power. Look at this little dancer over here. He's awesome. Oh my god, my whole strategy has changed. 9 defense. Oh, we should have played this first. It's okay. It's okay. This is gonna be a battle. It's good. This is probably gonna be tough. Stop it. That's my ukulele. This music is like transcendent, man. It's glorious. It's magical. It's also, there's a bit of like a mysterious horror to it as well, you know? Mox cards on the owner side of the board gain 1 power. I'm sorry, but like legitimately, this is like weird. So if we sacrifice this, we gain a Mox card? No? Okay, maybe I read that wrong. This is gonna be brutal, man. Stop painting my cards, wizard. Now it's a bunny. When a ghost ship is played, a rabbit is created in your hand. A rabbit is defined. Okay, sure. And we don't have enough bones to play it even. This is gonna be brutal, guys. This is gonna be brutal. Because again, we didn't learn Mox cards. We're gonna have to learn on the job.
Fail. You are still a mere pupil to me. Perhaps I can teach you something.
Please, can you stop painting my cards though? Because I feel like I could beat you 1 turn if, you know, not 1 turn, but you know what I mean. It's not that, I'm not that confident. But like sometimes you might with the Mantis. Those are so colorless. Stop doing that. Is it randomized? It's randomized. This could be good for us. Oh my god. Stop this. Cease this. Cease this right now. Wait, and they get powers too. That's so cool. This actually could help us a lot, actually, with the rabbit stuff. This could help us a lot. If we get your, it's over. Oh my freaking god, what the hell's wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you? So, a Mox card is put in its place. When rabbit is played, you draw cards equal to the amount of Mox cards on your side of the board. I have none. Our fish is about to be destroyed. Oh, not this card. We're gonna use the... I mean, we still can. Once Spore Mice is struck, the strikers then dealt a single damage point. So it has to be beaten in battle to have a Mox card replace it, I'm guessing. We've lost this, man, again. This is a very interesting mechanic, though. I kind of like it. We're like preventing ourselves from damage a little bit here. Oh, it has to die that way. Okay, it has to die that way. Oh god, we could, we won't, I was, oh no, we sure do, it can't grow up. It can't grow up. And we can't summon it either because, oh, it's over. Oh, even this guy doesn't do well. But we can summon our Wolfer Cub. The music here is amazing. And we get 1 rabbit as well. What does rabbit do? 1 Mox card, okay. Sure. Man, this is gonna be so interesting. I'm so excited for this. This is such an interesting idea. I actually really love this. Like, I love the kind of like the way it's changing the cards around. Like, all strategies I had in my mind are gone out the window. Because usually we just, like, you know, we're doing the Mantis card in a lot of ways, you know what I mean? I like it. At first I was very scared what this is going to do, but I'm actually super, super excited about it. Okay, so we can summon our fish right away, which we probably should, but... honestly? Oh, this is probably a bad idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. What does this do? When Skeleton is played, you draw the cards equal to the amount of Mox cards on the side of the field. So we can summon our fish this way. Oh, we should be destroying this anyway. Yeah, we should have been doing it anyway. That should have been the again, one of those things I was just so excited, didn't read the actual card. That's my bad always. We should be reading all the cards. Can't be sacrificed. So Magnus Mox is on the board, provides a green, orange, and blue gem to its owner. If Gem Fiend's owner controls no Mox cards, Gem Fiend perishes, so we have to destroy the Mox cards. Green Mage, the power of Green Mage is equal to the number of green gems that the owner has on their side of the table. Okay. So... we have no Mox cards. We can't even summon that though, so... that's gonna give it a bit of strike damage as well, which is fine. I love the little guy at the bottom, he's so sick. What a cool dude. Both are destroyed, right? And then we can also summon this card at the very least. But what's their... because they always have a mid-turn plan, right? What's their mid-turn plan that's going to change everything, you know what I mean? Because already this is pretty crazy, right? This is already a pretty crazy idea. But they got to have something else, right? That's going to change now. They got to have something else.
I must be slowing down with age. I may need to set my brush upon my own cards again.
So we did this, okay. I guess maybe not. Maybe there's no mid-turn change because there's already like a really crazy strong thing in place. Possibly. So I think definitely sacrifice for this card, put them there, put them there. Yeah.
Very well.
Yeah. Good option. Good point. Okay, we did all four. We did all four. Once we figured out the whole power-up thing, it was fine.
Very well, we have battled and now I may speak. You see, my eye aches because it remembers. It was excised.
Excised?
By none other than that Leshy described by the beast Leshy.
More relationships between all of them.
And a beast he is. Arrogant, single-minded, obsessed with gaining power. But he is far from the worst scribe to become hegemon. You see, the ejection of my eyeball is far from the worst thing that can happen around here. You must be especially aware...
What? He was about to reveal something. And something in the game made him be erased there. You received a magical card by thank you. Something made him like... something stopped him from speaking up. Wait. If you read this over here as well... PO3's plot may go far past the extent of a common power grab, so not just trying to gain power. The Great Transcendence will have catastrophic and unpredictable results. But this one also was incomplete too. And what's this? Oh no, he was already there. Like, do you think that like maybe PO3 is like planning something really dastardly, and he said maybe he's talking about PO3 because he can't be talking about Leshy or Grimoire because he's talking about Grimoire in a very fond way here. So it has to be PO3 who's planning stuff. We know he's planning stuff, but in here he's saying that he's the worst of the scribes. Right? Look at this patched up pipe over here. Oh. What happened there? Was it from the pipe? What did I just do? I'm clicking on stuff, but it's not doing anything, so maybe this isn't the thing we have to do here? There is something active here, right? Like there is... Oh, wrong card. Wrong button, I should say. Wrong card. Interesting. Because look, it's leading towards here. Is it a thing where we have to take off the monocle somehow? Wait. Why is there options like this? Oh my god, that was the answer to the riddle. About hearing, it's in the actual settings. That's so freaking cool. That's so freaking cool. And there's paint leading here as well. Yeah, I'm not sure about that part there. Oh, that's really cool. What a really meta way of doing that. Like a really meta way of doing that. So do we have to go to the center now? To be honest, we have enough money to buy a bunch of packs, and I'm not sure which is the best. Like, I kind of want to buy another skeleton pack, because I feel like that's been doing us really well here, but maybe just one skeleton pack we should buy? Because whatever's about to happen next, obviously, we've beaten all four. So maybe buy one pack of each. Might be a good idea. To be honest, like, if I'm being real with you, like, the gem cards don't appeal to me as much as, like, the... I'll buy two. The gem packs don't appeal to me as much as the other cards, but the robotic cards I kind of like really cool as well. What's this? Pharaoh's Pet. It's counted as 3 blood. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool too. And the robot cards. So I might get a robot one as well. I'm sure you guys are gonna probably say like, hey, the wizard one is actually probably one. You know, knowing my luck, the one I'm least interested in is probably gonna be the most powerful. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes anyway. I'm going with the ones I find most interesting right now. And the ones I find most interesting are the Leshy stuff, the Beast stuff, and because I thought I'd be really into the magic stuff, but like, actually when I look at this stuff, the electronic stuff seems way cooler. And then I'll go buy some Leshy stuff as well. Oh, PO3 is just still standing here. And something happened with Magnificus. Magnificus disappeared mid-conversation. But should we get Leshy stuff? Maybe we should buy more bone stuff. Just in case. Because I think we have like some of the best Leshy cards. And again, I know there's probably a meta to this. I'm going with just what I want to do. I'm going what I want. Another Pharaoh's Pet in her hand. Okay. And you also got some Mox cards here too, but... yeah. Like, how much cards do we have now from everything? Like, I say our most cards are definitely skeleton cards, right, for sure. And then after that, it would be... like, we have a lot of electronic cards. We could do an electronic deck. And I feel like if I bought more mage cards, we could have done more of a mage deck for sure. We could farm the dummy and get more packs. Right? Are we still allowed to farm the dummy? Because if that's the case, can you just continue to do this and buy as much packs as you wanted? If you get enough, of course. You have to do like an overkill. Yeah, I want to buy... okay, here's the thing. I think it's a good idea just in case. Just in case I want to do a magic deck later. It's not a bad idea to have more magic cards. Right? is not a terrible idea. To buy at least one magic pack. Right? And let's see if we let's even get enough to get 2, right? Let's even get enough to get 2. It's not because I want to use the magic again. I don't find it appealing right now. I really don't. But you know, there's a good chance at some point down the line that I would feel I regret it or something. And again, it's not one of those things like we can't go back and get more, but like we've beaten this part as well. Unless again, it's one of those situations where this doesn't feel like it's the final section, right? It doesn't feel like it's the final part. Unless there's gonna be like one final boss right now. But yeah, you get what I'm saying? Whatever, I hope it makes sense. Whatever I'm about to face, I want to make sure we have enough things here as well. And I'll just, can be real with you as well. There is a definite, legitimate worry, not worry, a real feeling that whatever's about to happen is going to change a lot of stuff again. Because again, so much changed, you know, when we accomplished the first goal of beating Leshy. Now we've accomplished this goal. It feels like something is going to change again. Yeah, let's buy one pack. It's gonna, instead of just farming battles, let's buy a pack of wizard cards. Does that make sense? Yeah, because I explained it, I said it briefly at the start of this. I was like, yeah, like just in case like everything changes again, just in case something changes where we can't buy these packs, you know what I mean, in this game, let's make sure we can get as much as possible. Because again, it is an RPG now, you know, and anything could happen. Just to buy one pack. Okay, let's see what we have here now. Wait, did we get any more? Did we get duplicates? I don't think we did. Yeah, we don't. But that's a really cool thing as well. Yeah, because you know what I'm saying? Like, we still, wait. Oh, because this is for scribes as well, yeah. I don't think we're going to move on from this place entirely, but I do believe that there is like a feeling, again, if it is an RPG, we're either going to move on. If it is a situation where everything changes again, we got to be ready. Choose the scribe that you will replace. So, okay. The answer in my head would be PO3. Right? Because he seems to be the one that's like, that is planning something bad right now. Right? That would be my answer. Because to prevent him from planning on whatever he's planning here. But does that mean I have to use technologic? That's the thing. If it's a thing where you have to like stick to a certain deck, then okay, we still got to do the right thing. If this is what we're doing, we still have to do the right thing. Oh my god, the color change.
Suckers. Oh, you actually picked me. Great. I can skip past the part where they whine at me. Let's get this over with. I got some big wait.
Was it... Did I get it wrong? Was picking him a... Is he happy with this? You're supposed to battle the scribe that you picked, but like a powered up version for the finale. This is going to be different. He wants to... I thought like picking him would replace him and maybe like stop him from doing whatever he's planning, but maybe it didn't? Uh-oh, big time, uh-oh, big time, big uh-oh. And now look, it's the moon again. Let's just do 4 damage starting off right away. And get some bones for that too.
I'll just leave this here.
Oh, is that blocks us out?
I've got to give it to that dredger. Not as useless as I thought.
So we can't attack with our boy anymore. 97? Oh, what's happening now? What's happening now? That's the ticket? Are you not seeing this? What the hell is happening? What is happening? Corrupted chunk? What the 3D version of the... What is happening there as well? Like, the gravestones are like... What are we seeing? What are you doing? Stop! Cease! What is this? What? Wait, what? No way. No way. Are we back in like a 3D version of the world now? Because this is like a 3D PO3. This is like a 3D PO3. That visual glitch was insane. You done gawking? No, I'm not, actually. The gawking has just started. We can start? By the way, this looks incredible. 3D PO3 looks incredible, but again, we're back in the 3D space, but that happened after corruption. Is the 3D aspect of corruption then? Was our battle with Leshy originally a corrupted part of the world? If this is also a corruption led to this part, if this is another 3D part of the world, is the 3D part a corrupted part? Good. This is Botopia, once great technological paradise. It's ruled over by 4 Uberbots. That's right. Wait, are you just retelling the story? And you've got to get out there and beat them. Why? To perform the great Oh, he talked about the great transcendence. Remember what remember what was said here by the great transcendence will have catastrophic unpredictable results. That's what PO3 is planning. We do not want this to happen. Doesn't matter what that means. You want it, okay? He's like, yeah, you want it, okay? He's actually like, obviously he's the villain here, but he's hilarious. Man, that was so mind-blowing. We legit went from... Wait, can we look at him like we did... What the... Wait, sorry. Are these our cards? Is this a... Oh my god, it's a roguelike again. Are these our cards we start off with? Botopia used to be safe for travelers. Now roguebots block all major roads. Is this going to be a battle right away? Guys, this is incredible. This is incredible. We've once again gone to a 3D space, but as I said before, it's like it is a corrupted part. If corruption happened, a corrupted chunk happened and we got sent here, is that like... Is PO3 trying to do the corruptions? Are the 3D spaces actual corruptions? What is the great transcendence? What exactly is he trying to do with this stuff here? And when I said he looks like he's creating the story again, it's like, hey, there's 4 scribes, and now he's saying there's like 4 people ruling over this place as well. Is that what he's attempting to do? What the hell? And is this going to be a battle? It is, man. It's like a roguelike again, but we have a different deck. You're not used to seeing 5 lanes, are you? Oh, there are 5 lanes. Leshy could never pull that off. Oh, he's very bitter about the other ones. He does not like Leshy. I hate that he's actually so... Wait, so we're just... Wait, so we're actually just literally just playing a roguelike again. It's gone back to roguelike. We went from RPG to roguelike. Well, oh my god, guys, I'm sorry, but like, I know like this is like... so weird and so strange, but I actually think the way they do it is like so creative and so fun and so interesting. The fact that it feels like I've just been dropped back into the space, like I have a lack of control completely. The fact that there's little to no explanation to exactly why I'm here again in this like 3D space, but it is part of the game once again because we saw corruption leading us here as well. It makes you feel bewildered, but also so curious and interested. It makes you want to follow through on this and see what's happening while also being so guarded and shielded because it's like, oh my god, what is happening? They've done such a good job with the atmosphere here as well. This is magnificent. This is magnificent. What a change again. And now we have like a different UI and everything. The first time a card bearing the sigil would take damage, prevent that damage. Okay, that's pretty cool. When the card bearing decision is played, it provides an energy cell to its owner. So should we play this? We don't have enough energy. We have to play this one here. And we have 5 spaces this time. And we can't play this just yet. Man, again, even the designs here are really cool too. Again, the atmosphere is... Oh, they're like floppy disks. They are like floppy disks. Explode. Oh my god, and the visual of the cards that we already have known. But this time, like, you can see that they're kind of like in a different... double gunner, very cool. Energy bot. Oh no, I'm still learning. I'm still learning how this works. We have nothing to attack with, by the way, so we might actually lose our first battle here. Look at that, it shoots with a gun. Yeah, I think we're going to lose our first battle. It's going to take a bit of time to get used to this idea as well. Another empty vessel. Can we summon a shield bot? We need a little bit more. I feel like we're gonna lose anyway. Oh, we should have summoned the vessel. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna lose. Yeah. I definitely a different vibe completely. Back to... Oh, so we have to go... We right away go back. It's not like 2 chances. You go back to... If you lose, you go back to the first waypoint. So maybe it's like a checkpoint system? Just get back to where you were, right? Not so easy. All the rogue bots in that area just respawn, so we have to fight them again. So it is like a... It's less maybe a roguelike, but also at the same time, too, it could be considered maybe if it is checkpoints, then like maybe kind of very like adventure-style game, where like they will respawn, but you will have to like, you know, you get checkpoints maybe. It's so interesting, guys. Guys, I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to come back in the next one with more of this absolutely... legitimately so magnificent of a game. I think I say this every single Inscryption episode, but I love this game. And I want to like give like, first of all, just a big thank you to you guys for like watching the series thus far, because for me personally, I do factually have the best community by percentage on the planet. And I mean by percentage because my community is small, but like by percentage, I think like I have a 99.9999% kind and generous and beautiful and amazing community that always just want to like see me love a game. And I think that's like what is so special. It's not like I just want to see Calvin like, you know, and sometimes it can be like I want to see Calvin react to this moment. It's like there's you guys are like genuinely out there being like, I want to see Calvin love my favorite game. And that to me is like, and not just my favorite game, but a game I love. And I see that with the Sonic audience, for example. The Sonic audience be like that too, where they're like, I just want to see Calvin like, I hope Calvin really enjoys Sonic Unleashed because I love Sonic Unleashed. You know? And it's not that they want me to agree with their every point they make. It's just like, I hope Calvin enjoys this. And it's not like a thing where they get angry if I don't enjoy something, because there's, you know, I have critiques for games, of course. But that's special to me. The fact that like, you know, there is people out there just like want to see me enjoy Inscryption because they love Inscryption. And I don't say that. There's never a pressure of like, you better enjoy Inscryption. It's just like, you can always tell that like, when I am enjoying a game, like the audience for that game, and especially my community, are like, oh my god, yes. And I love that feeling, because again, that feels like very connected with the community, right? It's like, you guys can clock me on the things that I like, and you know what I like, and you can like definitely like, you know, suggest games on that, and you're very good at that. But then there's also like such a warm feeling when I see people in the comments be like, oh my god, I'm so glad you like this. And it's like, God, that's awesome. I know like I'm connecting with you on that level, and that's really, really fun. I have the best community on the planet, easily. Now that I've said that, and I said thank you as well, I just want to say that because I want to make sure that's known, because I have these realizations like all the time where like I'm playing Your Turn to Die, and I'm playing this, and I'm playing Honkasara, I'm playing Genshin, and because like I get like legitimately like every single month I get I believe right now it's like I get like 1,300 comments across the entire month, which is, you know, for a smaller channel that's actually quite a bit. I'm not trying to be like I get 1,300 comments, but what I'm saying is that like it can be easy to forget sometimes that like these are all like individual people, and I also want to make sure that I am aware of that. And like it happens like once a day where I'm like, man, like okay, sit down and respond to like a bunch of comments, you know, because like it's like these are all individual people that chose to take an interest in your channel, and to me that's like such an amazing thing. And I'm so grateful, so grateful that people, because again, it's one of those things where like, you know, people come and go. Some people stay for a long time, some people stay for a short time, but it's like this appreciation. Again, I'm saying this at the end of the video too, because it's not like I'm like, you know, this isn't a thing where I'm like trying to keep like watch time. I really appreciate it. You know, it's like, no, this is the end of the video. If you're here right now, you're probably like, you know, interested in hearing the ending discussions as well. And I just want to make that clear. It's like, Inscryption is another one of those games that makes me realize like I am so lucky. I'm so lucky to have such an amazing community. But yeah, not to get too sappy or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure that was known. I'm very grateful to connect with you guys with the games. It's really fun, honestly. But yeah, in terms of this episode, I think that like what we had here was like a lot of stuff with obviously Magnificus. The Magnificus stuff is like really incredible because I love in general the idea of these scribes. The scribes are some of the best characterizations we've seen in the game, and that's like saying a lot because we already had like such a great time with Leshy at the first part of the game. The scribes are genuinely like characterized in a way that is always focusing on like their personality first, which I always appreciate. Because I think sometimes like in my view, there can be stories that you're playing where the writer will change of personalities or you can always tell that the personality is made for the story, when in reality, like what feels like with these scribes is that they are kind of like themselves that happen to be in this predicament or this moment. And I say predicament because it's very clear there's something going wrong here. It's very clear there's some sort of corruption. There's plans going on behind the scenes. There's like dissonance between the scribes. They have their own personalities and their own lives and their own feelings that just happen to be in this incredible story, in this incredible moment too. It's not like, again, as I said, like they are just like props for the story. They are characters and real, like, I'm not saying they're real because again, we don't know what the situation is, but they have these like real feelings and opinions, and they are within the game and the story. And I like that. I like that they feel like, you know, I'm talking to like people who have their own opinions and feelings and thoughts and motivations. And it's not just like, oh, I'm fighting bosses. Because again, I'm like a JRPG fan. So like, again, you know, JRPGs get a bad rap because sometimes people will be like, oh, it's just about fighting God. And it's like, JRPGs like are not ever about the ending as much as they are about the journey. Right? And so like sometimes people are like, oh, you fight, so in the end you fight God. And it's like, yeah, but dude, you don't understand like how much like character growth happened in between then, you know? But there are like 10% of JRPGs out there that do have like very like, this character is just here to serve a purpose of the story rather than the character is a character within the story that also serves a purpose. Does that make sense? Where it's like, there's different ways of doing it. It's like weird people who like treat friends like utility almost. You know, it's like instead of like having a friend who you love and is there because you love them and they happen to also help out with some stuff as well. It's like some people will have a friend that like they just have them there to help out, and like the whole thing of like them being a real person is like a whole secondary thing. And I feel like sometimes writers can do that where it's like I have a character who is there and is an amazing character, has a personality, has all these things, and then they also help facilitate story beats and story moments. And that's what I feel like is in this game. It's like these characters feel like they have their own motivations and all these real, you know, thoughts, and they happen to serve a utility for the story as well, rather than just being like them just being utility characters that have like a background personality that doesn't really matter as much as the utility aspect. And I really like that about the scribes because they're so interesting. Like whether it be like, you know, we talk about Leshy with the idea of the desire for the hunt, or Grimoire and Magnificus's story, where it's very clear that they know something is going wrong here. Magnificus wrote a letter to Grimoire saying, hey, we have to stop PO3. PO3 is planning something behind the scenes called the Great Transcendence, whatever that means, but we do know it's going to have catastrophic and unpredictable results. And for Magnificus to send the letter to Grimoire, it shows to me that like, and they have a disdain for Leshy, and that's what's so great about the scribes. It seems like every one of them hates Leshy or doesn't like Leshy, right? Every one of them's like, Leshy's a bit weird, right? And then you have Grimoire, who is a little bit more lighthearted, but clearly has like a little bit of respect between Magnificus and her, because Magnificus is sending her a letter to be like, hey, Grimoire, you know, this thing is getting serious here and it's getting a bit dark. And then you have PO3, who I think like looks down on Leshy for sure, but then also maybe not looks down on everybody, but has definitely like an issue with everybody else as well. Has an issue with everyone else in the story too, because again, I feel like they have their own plan and they're plotting their own idea here as well. I like that there's an underlying like mystery of like, what do they mean? What is the Great Transcendence? Because even after we like went into this new 3D space again, the boy himself was PO3 was kind of like, giving us like a whole thing of like, you will, you follow the great transcendence. So it's like, again, something that they definitely want to do as well. But as I said, this is why I love the scribes so much. The fact that there's like hatred amongst them, there's like different dynamics and different dislikes, and they some of them don't like Leshy, but then they also have their own flaws where it's like, oh, Magnificus is talking down about Leshy. Look what you're doing to your students. One of them has a head on a pike. One of them is a freaking goop monster, and the other one is doing sensory deprivation just to impress you, and you believe that your cards are amazing enough to be like worked for to get to that point. And it's like, that's an interesting character. A character like that talks down about Leshy is like, Leshy is also a weirdo who is like taking pictures of people to make them into cards. He's treating life as like a hunt, and it's like, you're both weirdos, but I love that, like, there is like one weirdo who's kind of like, he's the weirdo, like, and you're doing weird stuff too. But again, that doesn't matter, because it does matter, but I'm saying it's like, it's about their motivations. And we can very clearly see from all these conversations that Leshy was a character that let PO3 down in some way. He sees Leshy as less than. Grimoire and Magnificus definitely know something's going wrong here, and especially Magnificus knows that they can't have this great transcendence happen, and that's where we kind of led to like defeating all these guys and eventually getting to deal with PO3. I picked the PO3 gravestone because for me, I thought that maybe like Grimoire told us not to pick her, right? And I kind of like listened to that only because the Great Transcendence doesn't sound like it's something that is very good, so I decided to go against that and choose his gravestone. They did this thing where it was almost like a boss battle, like a traditional boss battle, but then when the traditional boss battle happened, a corruption happened. And as the corruption happened, corrupted chunk, we went back into the 3D space, which leads me to believe that the 3D space in this game is the corrupted section of the game. So when we fought Leshy before, I'm guessing that might have been a corrupted section of this game. That's my thought process right away. Is that like, maybe like the actual game itself is supposed to be this like 2D space that we're in, this beautiful 2D space that's like an RPG. It's homely, it's beautiful, it's kind of calming. There's no roguelike elements. It does feel like it is quite charming. But the 3D space, as it like got corrupted, is the corrupt, because then they talk about how there is something wrong with this game, there's something wrong with this world, there's something about this world that is off, and that could be it. Maybe there's like corrupted elements. And then when you couple that with, like, as we said before, you couple that with the company trying to get back this game so feverishly, this being hidden in the woods near Luke's house, like, you can definitely like make the educated assumption here that there definitely is obviously something wrong and corrupted with this game, right? The game itself, on the floppy disk. Where PO3 now shows, it comes before us in like this very 3D fashion. It was a really cool moment there where like they were almost like making, when he became 3D and like the whole thing was getting corrupted as well. And that what leads me to believe is that the 3D part is the corrupted part. It's a corrupted part of the game that shouldn't be, or something. Which would make sense in a lot of ways, because the part with Leshy was dangerous, terrifying, and nerve-wracking. And now Hero PO3, we're also doing something that is kind of a more dangerous, oppressive, and nerve-wracking, like intentionally with the lighting and the visuals and everything there in between. It does feel like that's what they're intentionally trying to do with that as well. That's my theory. That's my process of thinking right now, that the corruption is the 3D part and the 2D part is actually what the original game is supposed to be. It's like the 2D version is like a Yu-Gi-Oh game from the Game Boy. It's a TCG game from the Game Boy, right? And that's amazing. And then the 3D space is like some sort of corrupted world. And the reason why I actually like that as well is because they don't spoon feed it to you in a way that's kind of like, oh, isn't it spooky? Oh, something's happening in the 2D space. They actually let you enjoy the 2D space as like a TCG RPG. You know what I mean? Yes, there are some glitches, there are some moments in between, but they let you enjoy the 2D space as like its own game. And that to me is like something I'm very grateful for, because I think that the game fails for me if all of a sudden in this part, at the very least, they go, yeah, you're not allowed to enjoy this part, because then it's just like, oh, you're just waiting for the next spooky thing to happen. Which again, I do think that was an element of the game too, where it's like, oh, what's going to happen next, right? Because it can't stay as this beautiful 2D space forever. Something has to happen, and that's why I bought up all the cards at the end, because I was like, oh, okay, gotta buy up the, I want to know what's happening next. And in the end, we didn't have to use those cards, but still, it's like, it definitely feels like it is trying to do a make you always nervous that something could happen, but while still allowing you to actually play this RPG. I think if as I said, I think if like adding the element of like doubt in her head of like, okay, something bad could happen because you were in this bad place with Leshy before and you were nearly attacked by Leshy. That's great. That's a great thing to do. That's a great thing to put our headspace in like a different, put our head in a different space, and make us like paranoid. But also allowing us to be lulled into this beautiful RPG world also makes the corruption that happens at the end even more powerful. Because if it was a thing where all of a sudden like they're doing corruption every 2 seconds and they're swapping between 3D and 2D in the space, it would make the moment when we see PO3 in 3D like lessened. You know what I mean? Because we got to a point where we're doing like 3 episodes or so in the 2D space, and it was enjoyable. It was calming. It was like I was back in my childhood, but I still always had the moment where it was like something could happen, right? But that was getting pushed back to intentionally so to the back of my mind because it's like I am enjoying a 2D RPG right now. I think they did a good job with that. I think they did a really good job with that. Again, as I said, like it's not just this type of game that suffers from those type of things. And not that this game suffered, I think this game overcame that stuff. Like I play games where like there's like most brutal deaths possible and like some of the scariest moments and saddest moments. If those moments only mean something because we get to have like a little bit of levity sometimes, you know? And I think the cabin was a great thing because with Leshy, we were scared, we were terrified, and all those things in between. But even with that, there was like a warmth to like having cards talk to us on the table. There was a warmth to having like, you know, this candlelight in the distance. There was a interesting warmth to the cabin. It wasn't just all oppressive, but then when you got to the table, it had this oppressive feel to it. And Leshy's eyes were oppressive. So it did feel like, you know, there was like a strange, like, I don't know what you say, a strange like warmth to the cabin while also still being scary. But then you have the contrast of the 2D space of being like, this is just like a really lovely world, like a traditional RPG that's really, really fun. And again, the reason why the going back to PO3 works so well is because we had that fun and now we're back to this like kind of 3D space. It now once again feels oppressive. It feels like we're in trouble. It feels like we're in danger. And that's only as effective, as I said, because we got to enjoy the 2D space with some little interruptions that keep the whole idea of like the game alive in terms of being like, what's happening? The mystery, you know, the mystery around it too. And I think it's just really well done. As I said, you know, the only way that you can make a moments effective is by having the other moments before those moments be something different, right? Be something that feels different. And the example I always give is like I watch horror movies sometimes, and not as much as I used to, but I used to love horror movies. And I watched this horror movie one time. I'm not going to spoil what it was, and I don't even want people to watch it or advertise because I think it sucks. But like I remember I watched it, and it was just cruelty for cruelty's sake. And like throughout the entire thing, I was just like watching it. I was just like, oh, the girl escaped. Great, you know? And then she gets like, you know, captured again. And it's like, what? It's like, yeah, but it's dark and it's brooding. It's like, yeah, but the whole movie is dark and brooding. Like, so why would I care? Like, it just feels like, oh, you're just beating me over the head with some darkness. But in this game, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, this game allows you to enjoy the 2D space, allowing you to enjoy more of a calming space leads the other terrifying moments to be more terrifying, right? For sure. And yeah, as I said, like we don't know what the story is with PO3. We know that he wants to do this like great transcendence thing, and the great transcendence seems to be something like that a plan he wants to carry out that like maybe has something to do with the scribes themselves. We know that Grimora and Magnificus want to like go against this and stop this. We know that there is like something wrong with this game. We said there is some corruption happening. There is something terribly wrong with this game. But I think that the way they're doing it right now is really fantastic. And here's the thing, it's like if the final stretch is just like us going through like against PO3, if the final stretch is like something completely different, I'm not sure, but I have trust in this game now that they're going to make this game they're going to pace this game well, right? Even if like say like we go the next time we go, you know, fight another enemy or whatever in this game, we have the contrast of the Luke stuff. We have the contrast with the 2D game. We have the contrast with like, you know, the mystery that's happening. It's not just like us sitting at the table. Because again, the table stuff is so oppressive and so cool and so interesting and like the atmosphere is so crazy. But it's not just that. And the game isn't just that. Even when you're just at the table, you can, you know, you can look around. You can like, in the cabin, you can move around. And even now there's a different style to the table from the Leshy style as well. It's so interesting how they pace this game with style, with mechanics, with visuals, with actually world building, with gameplay in terms of like the 2D space, with the Luke stuff. It's so paced so well that there's never an ounce of this game that's ever boring. It's so great. yeah, so there's not much else I can really say about like what the story. That's my theory on the story, like and in terms of like who or what their motivations are and what they have. I kind of just talked more in general, I guess, about like what I feel about the characters right now, and so, really like I don't have much story theories beyond like what we saw here and what we talked about here, because I think it's going to unravel as we're going forward as well. I just know that PO3 definitely has something planned here, and the other characters don't want him to plan that. So we have this situation where he is like legitimately a threat, but we don't know the extent of the threat that PO3 is. We don't know what he is exactly trying to do, what the Great Transcendence is, and I think finding that out is going to be like a really interesting, it's going to be a really interesting thing. As I said, I love the characters, I love their motivations, I love they have dislikes and likes for each other, I love that we have this mystery unfolding, as I said, with the Luke stuff is so interesting as well, all the stuff in between, and now that I'm back with PO3, I'm actually excited for this. I'm so excited to see more of this stuff, and again, it's because the game is paced in such a fantastic way, where like, I'm going around in circles. 2D spaces, the mystery with Luke, glitches that are happening, the Leshy table, getting to explore the cabin with Leshy, talking to all the characters. It's all these things in between that just make this like so fun to play. And there's not an ounce of it that's boring. It's so great. It's so fantastic. And the style is great too. The style is absolutely great too. I love the PO3 style right now as well. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for enjoying the video. It means so much to me whenever I hear people have a good time with any of my videos. It means so much. If you want to see these videos early, you can do so on YouTube members or on Patreon. That is for €1 or whatever is in your currency. And 10 out of the 12 Inscryption videos every single month will be early. And I'm saying, I hesitated there because I'm like, will we get to like 10 more videos of Inscryption? Maybe not. But in this time slot, the Tuesday, Friday, Sunday time slot has 10 out of 12 a month early. And sometimes we might not have a video on that time slot. Sometimes we take breaks in between series as well. That's the whole thing. But then that's just to be expected when it comes to any Let's Play channel as well. But I just want to let you guys know, just so like in case, you give your money, which again is your hard money to Patreon or YouTube members. And then you are kind of disappointed with like an output or whatever, in that way. So I want to make sure that it's always very clear. Especially since, as I said, it's your money, and it means so much to me that you guys would choose to support me on any level. So I thank you so much for that as well. If you want to see your name go by in the text credits, which is going by right now, that is the Chunky Baby Gangsta tier, and that is the €10 tier on YouTube members and Patreon. And if you want to hear your name be read out every single video, that is the Never Can Repay the Baby Gangsta tier on YouTube members and Patreon. And that is the highest tier that you can go at €15. Yes, that's the highest tier you can go, and it's every single video for the text credits and for the shoutouts as well. I want to say thank you to my patrons first, the highest tier, that being Typharo2, Jamie Bull, Johnny the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Delicious Felix, Yuld, Anusta, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Kasparian, Neo Showerite, Leah 200, Malcolm Kunde, Axler 21, and the highest tier of my YouTube members, Blasco and Lucinagi. See you guys so soon. Bye bye.